before Pulp Fiction, before Kill Bill, before Inglorious Bastards, before Django Unchained, way before Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, there was this. Let's talk about the very first film from Quentin Tarantino, Reservoir Dogs. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to you as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 1992 crime flick Reservoir Dogs, directed by Quentin Tarantino in his feature-length debut, which stars him along with Harvey Keitel, Tim Roth, Chris Penn, Steve Buscemi, Lawrence Tierney, Michael Madsen, and Edward Bunker as diamond thieves whose planned heist of a jewelry store goes terribly wrong. The film depicts the events before and after the heist. Anyway, it incorporates main motives that have become Tarantino's hallmarks: violent crime, pop culture references, profanity, and non-linear storytelling. The film was released by Miramax for Live America and Dog Eat Dog Productions. The film was actually done in 1991, but it didn't come out until 1992. It's been regarded as a classic of independent film and a cult film, as it only made $2 million in North America. Henceforth, it was just independent. So let's get into our story. 8 men eat breakfast at an LA diner before carrying out a diamond heist. Led by Joe Cabot and his son, Nice Guy Eddie, all other criminals use aliases: Mr. Brown, Mr. White, Mr. Blonde, Mr. Blue, Mr. Orange, and Mr. Pink. After discussing Madonna's Like a Virgin and arguing over Pink's habit of not tipping, the group leaves the diner to perform the heist. After that, White flees with Orange, who was shot in the stomach by an armed woman while hijacking her car and is bleeding severely. At one of Joe's warehouses, White and Orange rendezvous with Pink, who believes that the job was a setup and that the police were waiting for them. White informs him that Brown is dead, Blue and Blonde are missing, and Blonde has murdered several innocent civilians during the heist. White is furious that Joe, his old friend, would employ a psychopath like Blonde. Pink has hidden the diamonds nearby, and he argues with White over whether or not they should give medical attention for Orange, and the pair end up having a fight and draw guns at each other. They stand down when Blonde arrives with a kidnapped policeman named Marvin Nash. Sometime earlier, Blonde meets with Joe and Eddie, having completed a 4-year jail sentence. To reward him for not having given Joe's name to the authorities for a lighter sentence, they offer him a no-show job. Blonde insists that he wants to get back to real work, and they recruit him for the heist. In the present, White and Pink beat Nash for information, and Eddie arrives and orders them to retrieve the stashed diamonds and ditch the getaway vehicles, leaving Blonde in charge of Nash and Orange, whilst dancing to Steelers Wheels classic Stuck in the Middle with You, which that was a pretty darn good scene. Blonde tortures Nash and cuts off his right ear with a straight razor. Ooh, that is gonna hurt, my friends. Ouch. Blonde then retrieves a gasoline can from his car and is about to set Nash on fire, but Orange suddenly wakes up and shoots Blonde to death, saving Nash's life. Orange then reveals to Nash that he is an undercover police officer and the police will arrive shortly. Earlier, Orange, whose real name is Frey, uses an elaborate tale of drug delivery to gain acceptance into the game. Shortly thereafter, White becomes friends with Orange. Okie dokie then. Excuse me. Now to the ending. You know the procedure. You have 5 seconds to stop this video. So go to the description box below and fast forward to the time below to avoid the ending spoilers. If you've seen the movie already, continue on after the 5 seconds. Okay, that about covers it. Here we go. Okay, you've been warned. Back in the present, A, Pink, and White return to the warehouse, where Orange tries to convince them that Blonde planned to kill them all and steal the diamonds for himself. A impulsively kills Nash and accuses Orange of lying, as Blonde was a longtime friend of his father. Joe then arrives with news that the police have killed Blue. He's about to execute Orange, whom he suspects is the traitor behind the setup. But White intervenes and holds Joe at gunpoint, insisting that he does not believe Orange is responsible. A promptly aims at White, creating a Mexican standoff. All three fire, both Joe and A are killed, and White and Orange are hit. Yeah, that Mexican standoff creation, that was pretty cool. Pink, the only uninjured person, takes the diamonds and flees. As White cradles the dying Orange in his arms, Orange confesses that he is an undercover officer. White sobs at the betrayal and reluctantly presses his gun to Orange's head. In the background, Pink is heard attempting to escape as the police storm the warehouse and order White to drop his gun. White shoots Orange and collapses as gunfire erupts. End of story, my friends. So, what did I think of Reservoir Dogs? Well, I have been having thoughts of seeing this film for many years, but never did get up to it until just more recently. I just watched it on Prime, and what can I say? It was kind of a bit of a blast in ways. I mean, this was kind of a little I don't know. Well, Tarantino's layer works, like Pulp Fiction, Kill Bill Volumes 1 and 2, and all that stuff. But even so, I think this was pretty good and what have you. It may have gotten controversial for its depictions of violence and use of profanity, certainly, but it was generally well received with the cast being praised by many critics. I have to tell you, I like the cast performances. Harvey Keitel as Mr. White, Tim Roth as Mr. Orange, Michael Madsen as Mr. Blonde, Chris Penn as Nice Guy Eddie, Steve Buscemi as Mr. Pink, Edward Bunker as Mr. Blue, and Quentin Tarantino as Mr. Brown. Well, I gotta hand it to them and the rest of the cast too. They were pretty darn good. I will say the story was kind of a little pretty good in Miami because it had so many twists and turns and what have you. Seeing this done from various retrospects, but anyway, the film still became a cult classic, and they also got a soundtrack released on MCA, which included "Stuck in the Middle with You," plus other great songs I've heard. Most notably, "Coconut" by Harry Nilsson, which you hear at the closing credits, and Blue Suede's "Hooked on a Feeling," which that was a good song too. Anyway, but even so, the action was pretty good, and I gotta tell you, it was pretty brutal in some scenes. But anyway, I thought Reservoir Dogs was not bad. So would I recommend this movie? Hell yeah! If you want to get into Quentin Tarantino, then you gotta start at the beginning and what have you. I mean, Tarantino and the crew in this are absolutely incredible. I think this is just a good movie. I think you'll really like it if you haven't seen this movie. So definitely look into Reservoir Dogs. It's definitely worth checking out. So, what are your thoughts on Reservoir Dogs? Please tell me in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button below, subscribe to my channel as well, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me next time when I bring to you a review of Stanley Kubrick's ultra-violent tale, A Clockwork Orange. Thanks for watching, and if you like this, you may want to check these other videos out if you'd like. In the upper left-hand corner is my recent schedule and pickups vid that I just did recently. Or if you want some more Tarantino, go to the upper right-hand corner for my quickie review of his recent hit, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which came out back in 2019, almost about a year and a half ago. Or go to the bottom, or if you have yet to subscribe, go to the bottom right hand corner and click on the button to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.